The spiritual awakening sign no one else is talking about. And it's a good one, so stick around for that. But for those who don't know me, my name is Linda Armstrong, and I help people to bring more light to their life. I'm an energy healer and a spiritual awakening coach. And here on my YouTube channel, I like to talk about all things to do with light and love, spiritual awakening, transformation, energy healing, and your power to create your life, a life that you love. And that's my website, lovemylife.coach. So let's get to it. This one thing that people aren't really focusing on, like when you're searching about spiritual awakening, usually you're seeing all of the symptoms that are hard on us, and there's a lot of that, and I help people to release a lot of those things, to understand what's going on, to expand their awareness as to this shift that's happening with spiritual awakening. But the thing that doesn't get spoken about is how, as you awaken and you're expanding your consciousness, or I should say remembering your truth of who you are and what your consciousness really is all about, as you're doing that, the best side effect ever is that you allow others to do the same. So this is what I've seen within my life as I've been on this journey of spiritual awakening. And even though I've gone through my own difficulties with it, and I'll probably put a little note there about a video you can watch that talks about that. Anyway, what I'm trying to get to is, as I've expanded, right, the best thing that's happened is the people around me are expanding. They're cracking open. It's like, as once you crack and you have a little bit of an understanding of what's going on with this whole awakening and ascension process, you can't close that gap. Once you start to awaken, you just expand more and more and more. It's like it doesn't stop, right? And you want to know more and you want to learn more. And so you're expanding yourself and your awareness of all that is, and you're working with all of this in your life. But as you're doing that, the people around you are picking up on the vibration. Even if you're not teaching them, because a lot of people don't want to hear it, right? They're not ready for it. But as I know, for me in my life, as I've awakened and I've raised, my vibration to a higher level, more consistently at a higher level, I work with this energy of love, and that's, my thing. I want to be in that high vibration because I know that that's the energy we create from, and that's the energy that heals everything. I've seen this happen. I've seen the people in my life transform. I see my mom transform. Now, here's a woman who was brought up, indoctrinated in religion, okay? And she tried to get me to go that route, but I just couldn't. It just wasn't for me. And for a long time, I wasn't even sure that there was a God. I'll just say it. I wasn't sure there was a God. But now I have a different understanding of what God is, and it feels right to me. Like, I know it now. I know there is God. It is that energy that makes up everything in all of us. So I had a conversation one time with my mom, and I did a video about how I transformed my relationship with her. Well, this was before that, okay, where I could say something and it would put her off. Well, we're at this party, and she starts pressing me to see if I believe in God. So I tried every way to skirt this conversation, to get out of it, to deflect it. Because I knew that if I told her the truth of what I felt and what I didn't know, that it would destroy her, right? I just knew it. So I tried every way I could, and I didn't even, she just kept pressing. So I didn't even say, Mom, I don't believe in God. I didn't even say that. What I told her was, Mom, I would love to feel the way you feel and to believe that this is so, but I don't know it from my own truth. I would love it to be, but I just don't know. Okay, I just told her that. Well, she kind of held it together because we were at a party. But then for a couple of days, I didn't know this because I hadn't called her. I was kind of afraid because I figured I know I set her off in some way, but she was hiding it and I wasn't going to go there. Anyway, my sister calls me to tell me that mommy's on the couch taking Valium all week long because you said you don't believe in God. So I'm like, oh my God. First of all, I didn't say I didn't believe in God. I told her what I had said. And I said, all right, okay. So I had to call my mom and I had to try and smooth it over and find a way to soften it so that she can get back to herself, because she was allowing my reality to totally affect hers because I didn't believe what she believed. So, okay, fine. That was years ago, right? That was before all this awakening that I've been going through. Well, let me tell you, not that long ago, I'd say within the past year, I'm at a party. Listening, talking about spirituality stuff, right? Because, it's like I opened up and all my cousins want to know. Like everybody comes to me. They're like drawn to me like I'm a magnet, and they just want to know the things that I've learned, the things that I'm doing, what I do with my clients, all that kind of stuff. They're just like sponges, right? Now, this is happening because I cracked the egg. Like I opened up a crevice or something for them to question and want to know more. Because, we know this deep within ourselves, but it's kind of hidden from us because of who knows what, lots of stuff. But it's starting, they start to want to know. So we're in this party, another party, right? Big Italian family, we have lots of parties. And we're in this whole conversation. My mom starts talking. This is what she says. I would really like to believe in God. I don't even like saying this, but I don't know if there's God. I was like floored. I'm like, what? Mom, what did you just say? She goes, I don't really know. I would love to know for sure. And I'm like, do you remember when you said that? I said those very same words to you, and you were on the couch taking Valium all week long because you couldn't handle my questioning God. And she didn't even remember. She didn't even remember it. She's like, what? Total transformation. And now over these years, really opening her mind to all these other things. And now, to take this even another step further and talking again through my own experience with my own family. My sister passed not that long ago. And, for the, instead of having the usual service, everybody's in black, everybody's depressed, it's very heavy. I said, no, we're bringing a lot of color in, and tell everybody don't wear your blacks unless you have to, because you don't feel right if you don't. But this is going to be a lively, fun thing. We didn't do anything traditional, and at the wake, which we just did like one setting for that day, I had my friend, Ro Rubinetti Capiello, she's a psychic medium. I had her come and speak to the group. Everyone was there. About what happens after you die, about spirituality, about being able to connect with your loved ones on the other side. So much stuff. And I had other family members who were like still so crushed. I'm still grieving, but I look at it in a different way because I can connect with my sister. I know she's still here. I feel her all the time. I get messages. She moves stuff around my space. I have fun with her, right? But a lot of people didn't really understand that. And some are pretty much programmed to have to be in this grief and this sorrow rather than celebrating that person and feeling them in their life even though they're gone. So I wanted my friend Ro to speak to the crowd, and she did. And let me tell you, everybody was glued to her words. Everybody. The whole room shifted. But not only that, they were ready for it. They were ready for it. They were open to it. And since then, even before that, I'll have my relatives calling me up or telling me about signs they received from their dad who passed, or that they went to see a psychic medium and that person said this and that. Like, it's really opened everybody up around me that I know. I'm telling you, everybody. And that's because I'm I'm actually, walking the path, setting the path for them to make it easier for them to expand. So if you're going through spiritual awakening and you're experiencing a lot of difficulty with that, there are a lot of people who can help you to navigate that energy, to release things, to have understanding. That's what I do. You can always contact me. But I just want you to know that you're doing a service to everyone around you. Like, literally, the more of us who are awakening and sharing what we're understanding, what we're uncovering, the more we spread that message, even without having to speak one-on-one to people, just by holding that energy, the whole world can transform. I mean, that's what it's all about. Light workers, we come here to set the path, right? This path of light to help others. So that's all. As you awaken, it's contagious, and the people in your life will come along. So if you had any worries about that, or afraid to share what you've been experiencing because you think people are going to think you crazy, you know what? I don't care anymore. I just talk. And what I find is, rarely is somebody put off by the things that I'm speaking about. They want to know more. They want to know more. So that was it. That's the thing. That's the side effect that I wanted to share, that you don't hear that much about, and I really wanted you to know it, that your awakening is contagious. And as you rise to this higher vibration and have more and more of this understanding, you're holding that space for others to do the same. And it's a beautiful thing. Beautiful thing. So I guess I will leave you with that. I would love for you to subscribe to my channel and comment, like, share. Let me know if you've noticed in your life how people around you are awakening, kind of following in your footsteps. I would love to hear your experience with that. And so for now, I'll just leave you with love. I send you love. Peace. See you again.